Hi everyone, in today's video I'll be sharing some of the things I wish I knew earlier in terms of curricula, books and other really helpful resources when I first began homeschooling. This is a collaboration hosted by Suzanne at Whimsical Family Life, and a lot of other secular homeschooling moms will be sharing theirs. So please don't forget to check them out as well. You can find all the links in the description box below. So before I go into specifics, I just want to say that something we have discovered is that we want to develop a habit for rigor in learning by having fun and going in depth. And you will see that theme carries through all of the different topics we cover here. I'm jumping straight into curricula because this is where I have spent a ton of money buying various programs which I either never ever bothered completing or just ended up not using at all. This is especially true for math. I invested in programs like Singapore Math, Math UC, and a whole bunch of others before I finally came across RightStart Mathematics. I really wish I didn't have to spend so much money on these other curricula, but in a way it's actually a good thing because by going through that trial and error process, I was able to find out what styles of learning work really well for us, and I came to have a real sense of confidence in our final decision. Please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying these other curricula are bad programs. It's just that they don't have the full range of features that really suit our particular style of homeschooling. RightStart Mathematics definitely fits my kids' learning styles and keeps learning math fun and engaging. I think homeschooling should be fun as much as is humanly possible, and the game-based, hands-on nature of this program definitely delivers that, in addition to cementing and crystallizing those important mathematical concepts. I also like these Dr. Wright's kitchen table math books. If I could go back in time, I would have probably used these to introduce my kids to math. I have done a review on these recently, so I'm not going to go into these here, other than to say that it's a hands-on program and uses games, interactive stories, and much more to teach mathematical concepts. They actually have a new website which is definitely worth checking out because all the educational resources there are free. You have access to games, video tutorials, interactive books, and a whole lot more. And these activities cover a range of number-related topics to suit children in foundation level all the way up to grade 6. I will leave a link in the description box below if you're interested in having a look. Moving on, when I first started thinking about homeschooling, I went ahead and purchased both Torchlight and Build Your Library because I really loved the concept of literature-based learning. At the time, Build Your Library used Story of the World as their history spine, and I was totally put off by that because it's not secular. So I never ended up using Build Your Library, although I have to say now they're using History Quest as their history spine, which is absolutely brilliant because History Quest is a fantastic secular curriculum. Torchlight was another dud for us. I found the layout too scattered. I also like using separate curricula for different subjects because I feel like that way my kids are delving deeper into the subject matter. But with these two programs, I just found they had insufficient depth. They just didn't click for us. I don't know why, but I just couldn't hack it. But what I did end up doing was buying quite a lot of the books these two programs recommended. They do have great book suggestions, but I don't see myself ever using these programs as they were meant to be used. At the time, I didn't know that. If I knew what I know now, I probably would not have bought either of these. And I can honestly say the same for a lot of other curricula that I have squandered money on over the years. Moving on, another great resource is this Mindfulness curriculum. Mindfulness has its origins in Buddhism, so it does mention that, but I would still consider this as a secular program because nothing in here is offensive and it only refers to empirical or philosophical ideas in Buddhism and not religious ones. It's done in a way so that anyone can use it regardless of your background. Anyway, this curriculum is a great way to teach kids about those important concepts such as kindness, ethics, character building, and so much more. It's very comprehensive and uses a lot of different picture books, so it's definitely a literature-based curriculum, and that's one of the best things about it. It's fun, engaging, and it has a lot of different games and activities. And even if you're not interested in buying this curriculum, the recommended picture books are definitely worth checking out. Before I came across this program, I would just buy random books and cards related to mindfulness, but I was never quite sure what I was doing exactly. There was no lesson planning, I was just all over the place with no clear or specific goals. But with this curriculum, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know I'm on the right track to teaching these important topics in a coherent, structured, and meaningful way. These 4 books from DK are absolute must-haves in my opinion. I really love how everything is laid out. I love the illustrations and photos. They're concise and to the point. I actually prefer these books to other ones like this one here, for example, because in these there's writing all over, lots of different facts jumbled up everywhere, there's no correct order, easy to miss things, and they simply look cluttered and disorganized. And my brain just can't handle that. Whereas in these books, the information is very accessible, neatly organized, and for some reason I'm drawn to these and prefer this minimalistic style more. But getting to the point, these books are just amazing. They're very detailed, inspiring, great for unit studies, nature studies, and we're using this one with our history quest right now. This book has a lot of great information about the ancient civilizations we're learning in History Quest, so it goes really well with our history curriculum. These books are pricey, but definitely worth it. If they made books like these for other subjects and topics, I would buy them all. The next thing I want to mention comes from the beautiful traditions of craftsmanship and efficiency of design seen in Germany. It's the Spielgaben set. This is one of the best educational resources you can find. We bought ours 3 years ago and I really wish I had come across this way before that. It is expensive but definitely worth every penny. It's designed for kids aged between 1 and 12, and of course for younger children, parental supervision is definitely required because there are lots of small parts. The best thing about it is that it's very versatile and comes with its own curriculum. So you get a play guide, math guide for older children, workbooks, activity book, inspiration cards, and a whole lot more. This is definitely a great hands-on teaching tool, and it's also absolutely fun. My kids spend so much time playing and learning through all the different activities. Kapla is the other one I wanted to mention. This has to be one of the best construction toys in the world, and the reason why I'm mentioning this here is that we use these for STEM activities. It's great for teaching science and art, mathematical and engineering principles like exploring different designs and structures, gravity, ratios, whether something is symmetrical, and it's also brilliant for developing logic and problem-solving skills because it takes a lot of skill to balance these pieces, especially when you're building complicated structures. And the colored planks add a whole other dimension to these. I really wish I had known about these colored ones right from the start. They're just brilliant. Anyway, this video is starting to get a little long, so I'm gonna stop here. I hope it's been helpful, and please don't forget to check out all the other amazing videos on the playlist. The link is down below in the description box. Anyways, thanks a bunch for watching.